From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, December 17th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
This is Todd Spangler, Washington correspondent for the Detroit Free Press. Reports that Gina McCarthy is going to be President-elect Joe Biden's chief climate change advisor have some people upset. McCarthy ran the United States Environmental Protection Agency under President Barack Obama, and the agency was widely criticized for its handling of the Flint water crisis. Many of Flint's residents experienced high levels of lead in their homes after the city changed its water supply in 2014. State government took much of the blame for not requiring steps that would have kept lead from leaching out of old service lines. But the EPA also was blamed. Emails at the time showed some of its experts warned top officials of the problem, but it was months before EPA forced a response by the state. It led to hearings in Washington. One former congressman who led those hearings said McCarthy was, quote, a disaster. And Congressman Dan Kildee, a Democrat whose district includes Flint, says he has heard a lot of concerns from his constituents about McCarthy's appointment. Most environmental groups seem pleased by Biden's expected choice, however, saying McCarthy will be an asset in the fight against climate change.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, an automotive reporter at the Detroit Free Press. Police are now using ghosted-out Ford Explorers to apprehend unsuspecting drunken drivers. So this is a term that law enforcement is using. It signifies markings on police vehicles that are somewhat camouflaged. They're not unmarked cars. It's just harder to read the information until the cars are up close. Also, the lighting is different. It's not flashers on top of the vehicle, but rather lighting at the windshield and roofline level. In Las Vegas, the city police and state police now have a DUI strike team. It works year-round, but during the holidays, they're warning visitors and locals, we will get you.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kerry Jr. II. At the Free Press, we believe it's incredibly important to document what's happening during this coronavirus pandemic. So we're doing that with our podcast entitled We Lived It. Recently, we released an episode about how students have been dealing with school during this pandemic. Here's a clip.
When I think about the past month, I feel like maybe there's been a few positive things to come out of this, but I just feel like I learned how to adapt, Everybody has to adapt to change, and a lot of times, maybe during normal times, people adapt to change more slowly, but during these times, you really had to adapt to something completely different in a really small amount of time. So that's something that everyone needs to get used to. At the beginning of the pandemic, I stayed home for 3 months straight, didn't go out anywhere, didn't see anyone. If I could get through that, then I'm pretty sure I can make it through the rest of the school year, right? It's not going to be awesome, but hopefully by the end of senior year, then everything will be over and I'll at least be able to have a decent graduation. Anyway, I need to go finish my homework for today. And those are my thoughts. That's pretty much it.
You can find We Lived It on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And check out freep.com for more.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, recapping the beginning of the early signing period for college football. On Wednesday, thousands of high school football stars across the country put pen to paper to officially begin the next step of their careers. Michigan reeled in the top player available in their own backyard as West Bloomfield running back Donovan Edwards announced he would be a Wolverine on his snowy high school football field. Edwards may be the best ball carrier from this state in a long while, and many believe it was almost vital Jim Harbaugh got him. As for Michigan State, their biggest get on Wednesday was a bit of a surprise, getting 4-star Las Vegas linebacker Ma'a Gayatote, who had long been committed to Southern California. He is the top-rated player in MSU's class, and Mel Tucker may be able to get the 2-for-1 here. Ma'a's brother, Paul Aliyah, a former 5-star linebacker recruit, is currently in the transfer portal looking for a new school.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.